Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2024 and another part of our Lotus Road to Glory career mode. Today we've got the 6th race of the season in Miami, and of course it is another sprint weekend, so it's going to be another mega episode, and hopefully you guys are ready and raring to go with that. I'm hoping we have got some underflows in production, otherwise we're in a little bit of trouble here. Let's have a little look. We do not. Yeah, we can do some... Well, we can't really do some emergency manufacturing. We're going to just have to move on, I think. We might have to go back to the old underflow. That's going to be done in 5 days. The rear wing. I suppose we could cancel one of them. That'll get us one underflow, I think, which is okay. That sounds good. Yep, so rear wing manufacturing complete. So we can now manufacture this underflow. That'll take 8 days. If we rush it, yeah, emergency manufacturing just will not work. Yeah, we'll get one in. One in. That'll be in for the race. Got very little resources left now. Right, suspension is sorted. Right, let's have a little look. So, chassis 3 is on both cars. Front wing 2 is on both cars. We can have a rear wing on both cars now. Side pods need doing. So I'm tempted to go for the side pods. Dear me. This is not good. Right. We can get one side pod done. We'll do that. We just haven't got the money, and this comes from investing in the facilities and all of that. And this is why, you know, you have to balance everything. And you know, I know lots of people do want everything all at once, but sometimes it is difficult to pull that off. Somebody was saying in a couple of episodes ago, I'm trying to find the comment about how we should find the scouts. Yeah, there you go. So somebody said go into drivers from the bottom menu. From there, go to the right-hand side. Called Scouts Team. Or go in. But that's just not there. Yeah, on this, yeah, I've been in there so many times. It is, yeah, it says max capacity 0. I cannot get any more scouts. It is broken. So yeah, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah. But thanks for trying to help with that. But yeah, I had tried that and just, yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Yeah, we're not going to be able to utilize the ATR window just yet. We are going to have to wait for some extra money. We are nearly at the start of the next month, actually, so let's just push it forward a couple of days. Once we get to the first of the month, it should be a nice flow of money through. from the sponsors and the board. There you go, 5 million in the bank. Lovely. Right, that is massive for us. So, we are now able to extend a little bit of development, certainly of the side pods. Right, when... Hang on. When is the next Grand Prix? So we have got 2 weeks for that. So I think it is worth manufacturing a couple more. Yeah, that's fine. In terms of design, so we've got a front wing coming soon. We haven't looked on the analysis screen for a little bit about where the car is good and where it's not. So if we go into powertrain, obviously there's nothing we can do there. Chassis is looking quite middling now. Front wing is going to be improved. Rear wing is still awful, as are the side pods. Underfloor could do with being better. Suspension's not great either. So let's work on the suspension, because the suspension looked particularly bad. Let's put 1.5 wind tunnel hours in, and yeah, 20 there. That looks good. In particular, focus on these areas. It's not actually gonna help too much, is it? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe do something like that. That looks okay. Put 2 of our engineers on for now. That'll be done in 30 days. Rear wing as well. That looks nice. Right, in terms of rear wing, could go for something like that. That would really improve the car quite nicely. I mean, does it still work if you do all of this? You know what? I think it might do, you know. Let's... If I go back to balanced... Yeah... So 1.46, 9.09. That looks a hell of a lot better. No, it does just balance it back out, doesn't it? Yeah. Right. I mean, we can put all of these bars up, and that does increase things decently. But then the airflow sensitivity, yeah. Right, okay, let's move that down then. So we went for a little bit on there. We went for a decent amount there. Move that down. That looks good to me. I'm quite happy with that. As a rear wing option. How many races is it saying? 2 to 5. I mean, they're not too bad to develop these. It's whether we can. I mean, the 1.8 kilograms isn't too bad. I know I've spent ages thinking about that, but it is a really important decision. We are going to take off a couple of those. Or are we? Take off one, because it's still going to be completed in 8 days. We can start off a new project on the underfloor, because it is such an important part of the car. It's the underfloor. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. It's not a massive improvement, but it is decent enough. It improves our dirty air tolerance. It improves our top speed nicely as well. Yeah, I like that. Right, okay. Let's head into the pit stop developments then. They're well rested for this weekend. That's good. Yeah, let's work on pit stop time again this month. Turn all of it into gym training, because we can get fantastic pit stops with this. Go on then, let's do some pit stop drills to end off the month. That looks good. And to be fair, it looks like they're getting worse at it. And they are thoroughly exhausted by the end of the month as well. But by the time they get to the weekends, they're looking okay. Alright. Let's confirm those changes. Right, moving on to the race weekend. We do have the underfloor created. That's good. Let's just have a little look at our warehouse in terms of side pods. We have got that manufacturing, that's fine. Suspension is okay. Rear wing is okay. Front wing's alright. Let's get that installed. We should be able to get that on car. No, we can't get that on car 2. I beg your pardon. So we do need to try and get 2 more of them in. Yeah, that's fine. Right, money's gone just like that, hasn't it? Right, let's get ourselves into this weekend then. Daniel Ricciardo can finish in 12th. Mick Schumacher. He is demoralised at the minute, so we're going to go for 17th and hope that he can pull that off. It's going to be difficult, though.
We touch down in Miami as F1 returns to the Magic City. Miami Gardens is transformed into the Miami International Autodrome, built here especially for the Grand Prix. It's a thrilling street circuit where one wrong move can end in disaster, but for those who can conquer its literal ups and downs, victory is all the sweeter.
This weekend will be taking a slightly different form, as we have the addition of a thrilling sprint race thrown into the mix.
Now let's crack on with the weekend.
Okay, I'll get on with practice, and I'll see you guys for sprint qualifying. Well, once again, we're not in a fantastic position with our confidence, and yeah, it's going to all be about trying to, you know, just make the best of it. But last weekend it worked out beautifully. Of course, we very nearly scored points in the sprint and then got a wonderful 6th place in the race. Now let's have a little look at the setup confidence. It's not looking fantastic, is it? For Daniel. Yeah, we've got to be a little bit careful here. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. It could well be that we have completely messed up there, but it is what it is. We'll have a little look at Mick's car as well. And we obviously want to switch that to 3 flying laps. For God's sake. I really think this screen needs to be improved. Obviously on PC you wouldn't have this. It's the fact I'm using console, but yeah, it's just a bit of a faff to get around. Okay. Right, that'll have to do. Once again, we're going to go for 3 laps with Mick. And let's get ourselves into sprint qualifying then. Here we go.
That should be the green light.
I'm going to send out them both and I'll send them on the 3-lap strategy. Now, Ricciardo has got through very much safely. 33.3 plays 33.9. So, not ideal there. What about in the middle sector? 21.1 plays 21.5. So, definite better lap from Daniel Ricciardo. He comes up to the line and it's in the 29s. Schumacher comes over the line and he's behind his teammate. Now, Ricciardo quicker than Piastri on that first lap there. And we're not expecting that to remain the case, but it does show that we've got some underlying pace. And here we go again, round 2. And he's been held up there. That's a real shame. Mick Schumacher much quicker than he did last time. 21.3, still 21.0. Ricciardo over the line doesn't improve. Schumacher doesn't improve, actually. Not by a great amount. He's still 17th. Ricciardo still up in 5th place, believe it or not. Traffic is an issue around this track. This is us warming up for our 3rd and final run here. Once again, the traffic just coming at the wrong time for Daniel, but we will ride on board with him. I think he's going to be okay. But Mick, don't know how it's going to work out for him. Here comes Ricciardo through the first sector. It's an improvement, a 33.0 for Ricciardo. Schumacher 4/10 off the pace. And he's going to come across a slow-moving vehicle through this section. It's not what he wanted. Yeah, it's not ideal for Mick. 29.5. Oh, 20.9, sorry, for Ricciardo. He comes up to the line. It's a very slow final sector from him. What about Mick Schumacher? What can he manage? No, not enough.
That's a good one.
Not enough. That was a pathetic final attempt from Schumacher.
We're safe.
Now, I don't know.
We're currently P17.
I don't think Schumacher's gonna manage to make it round again, but
Press in button, and we will box now, box now. Come on.
I'm gonna give it a go. No, he's not gonna make it. He doesn't make it. He's over the line. Mick Schumacher is out in spring qualifying, and remember, he needs to score points very, very quickly, or he is going to be no longer part of this team. Now, Ricciardo is pretty safe up in 7th, you would have thought, but Leclerc is down there. Hamilton in the drop zone at the moment. I think traffic has really played a part. Verstappen is down there as well. Hamilton up to 4th. Verstappen is still fighting his way through the traffic. He comes over the line. He goes 6th. Nothing for Porsche there, and Kevin Magnussen is out as well. So Ricciardo through in P11, I believe, and Mick Schumacher, well, he is out of qualifying. That's a real disappointment for him. I mean, maybe that'll be a little bit better for Ricciardo. I've no idea. We'll give it a go. Once again, we'll go for a 3-lap process. It seemed to work okay from there. He did manage to get...
Get ready for the green light.
So let's see what we can do here. He's following Esteban Ocon. That's probably not a bad sighter. It will give us a little bit of a tow as well. He's actually going to have to try it well. He was going to go for it there. I don't think this will be good enough now. He's going to get an almighty tow down this back straight and all the way up to the line. Comes over the line, puts him 2nd for now. Don't know what the interval is. Nothing yet. Right. Puts him 10th, 11th for now. But we have got, you know, a fair few unlikely runners in Q2. You know, Sainz is in there. You know, the Williams cars haven't always been there. Stroll's in the top 10 at the minute. So, you know, one of the Aston Martins is out. Zhou Guanyu's out. There is the possibility here that Daniel Ricciardo could get himself into that top 10 shootout. That's, again, not a great improvement for Daniel. He's got one more shot at this. Funnily enough, Ocon's come out right in front of him again. So here we go. This is the big one. Daniel Ricciardo needs to find a couple of tenths of a second here to get in front of Lance Stroll. Comes through that first sector. It's not great. A 33.3 is not going to be good enough, I don't think. Middle sector, I think we'll find a little bit of improvement there. Yep, it is a decent middle sector, and he's got a distant tow from the car in front. But I don't think it's going to be good enough. Daniel Ricciardo comes round the final corner now. Heads up to the line. Daniel Ricciardo over the line. No improvement. And he is out in SQ2. And it's a bit of a disappointing day for us there. And, you know, finishing behind Bottas, that's not great for us. The two Mercedes are a long way ahead. I think fresh tyres were maybe king. And certainly low fuel was. But Max Verstappen takes sprint pole. Let's see how we get on in the sprint race.
Well, it's a different format this weekend with a sprint.
Ooh, it's
set to
raining.
Spice up today's events.
Well, this is going to be very interesting, isn't it? I mean, they're suggesting wet tyres, which is fine by me. So let's attack as much as we can. I think also take a lap of fuel out. Tends to be... Hey, Schumacher's setup confidence, 98%. We'll settle for that. 83% for Daniel Ricciardo. Maybe try that. With Daniel. Yeah, I think we should save enough fuel through the wet weather. This is good. Let's get ourselves into the Miami Sprint. Can Daniel Ricciardo get himself into that top 8? Here we go.
Time for the sprint. And it's
Lights out, away we go.
Away we go.
Let's have a little look at the track details. It's going to get drier. Should have started on intermediates, really. But Daniel Ricciardo finds his way up into 10th place.
Let's put pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, these tyres are not going to last very long. The trouble is the AI are going to be just as aggressive here. And he goes down the inside of Valtteri Bottas. That's a huge move. It's obviously so difficult to overtake in these conditions with no DRS. But the lighter car should be helping. Schumacher is trying to make it up into 20th place here. Oh, he's managed it just about. I wouldn't say that was convincing, but yeah, Ocon is dropping down the field quite quickly there. He's locked up in turn 1, and that's destroyed his tyres a little bit. That's not good for Esteban Ocon. Here's another chance for Nico Hülkenberg, for Daniel Ricciardo. Don't know why I keep calling him Nico. And he goes down the inside of Albon, and he is through. That is an awesome move by Daniel Ricciardo, and he is now up into 8th position. Very good. Right. 2 laps gone of 19. And Ricciardo currently into the points. Doing a good job with that. Schumacher up to 18th as it stands. He's pretty much out of this sprint race. There's not much to write home about there for him, and not much for him to fight for, but I suppose if there is collisions ahead, he could find himself in a favourable position, so he's just got to keep pushing. Got to try and get past Tsunoda and maybe stay on the back of Zhou Guanyu in all of this. Right, 1.5 seconds is the gap now between Daniel Ricciardo and Alex Albon. You can see that fuel is coming back to us. In these conditions, it just seems to be like that. Now, these tyres are going to struggle. They are going to struggle. I think the AI have maybe recognised that. Just taking their foot off the gas a little bit here. Ricardo just starting to drop off that group He's looking after his tyres quite nicely. They're absolutely mauling their tyres. Hulkenberg has managed to get past Albon. And certainly in recent races, he's looked stronger. Right, here we go.
Yeah, there's a lot of water.
Back to full aggression now. Bit of ERS to help us out here. So we took the pain on the last few laps. And now we unleash our extra pace.
So what DRS?
Here's the plan. And you can see we are starting to catch George Russell quite nicely here. About halfway through this Grand Prix. Let's get conserving.
Got no DRS.
Okay.
Just to try and get that fuel back on track a little bit more. Once it's back to about a kilogram under. Although, to be fair, you know, he's catching George Russell as it is. These tyres are just not going to last much longer.
Next car ahead of you is Russell.
Up to our next 1.8. Don't worry, don't worry.
Oh, look at Schumacher's tyres. They are bad. I don't think we're going to need those tyres for the rest of the weekend, so I'm going to risk it with Schumacher.
And we will box now, Mick. Box now. Couple of box.
But Ricciardo, he's kind of in the same situation as everybody else. The same boat, if you will. In these conditions. Maybe we have to, say, avoid the high-risk curbs. And let's see how much time Schumacher can make up on a brand new set. Although it looks like it's going to really dry up, so this might not help him at all. But we can see. It's worth experimenting with him. Daniel back on fuel target. We've done that a little bit later than we had planned. There's only 4 laps to go here. Schumacher, let's have a look at his lap times. Yeah, I mean, Schumacher's going fastest of anybody. Well, there's only 3 laps to go. That's the difference here. Also very much looking after his tyres. Gonna push the engine a little bit as well. Gonna just try and get Ricciardo back on. Back to Russell. I don't think it's gonna work. Here comes Schumacher. And you can see Schumacher's made up all that time.
Okay, let's make the most of it.
But it's getting back past, isn't it? And that's the real issue. Right, Daniel needs to stop pushing his tyres now. We're risking a puncture at this stage, but it looks like he's going to get a point, which is fantastic. Max Verstappen wins the sprint. Piastri there in 3rd. Russell is going to finish 7th. We've got some punctures out there. Sainz has got a puncture as well. Magnussen's got a puncture. Ricciardo over the line in 8th. He gets himself a point. Schumacher, meanwhile.
8.
Come on, matey. There we go.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Sainz is not far up ahead.
With the part-time official
I
will
think
guide you.
he's somehow going to finish ahead of Mick Schumacher. No, he's not. Schumacher comes over the line in 19th. And there you have it. But, I mean, yeah, there was some absolutely disgusting tyres out there. Always very difficult. I mean, you have to just attack on the wet tyres, or you're going to have no pace. And, well, that's what we did. But we get a point. Very, very strong result, and that's our first ever point in a sprint race.
There will definitely be some lessons to learn for them, but this was solid work.
Nicely done. So Max Verstappen is the winner of the sprint. Oscar Piastri there in 3rd. Charles Leclerc in 4th. Daniel Ricciardo in 8th.
Welcome everyone to qualifying. This should be a good one.
Drivers need to get into Q3 if they want to make the top half of the grid. With only 10 slots available, it's a fight nobody wants to lose.
Haroon, if we could perhaps talk about Lewis for a moment. How do you think he's feeling?
They must be feeling good after their fast lap times in practice. Confidence can do great things for a driver, so I'm excited to see how they handle qualifying.
Fortunately for us, it's nearly time for them to hit the track.
Right, okay, let's get ourselves into qualifying then. Obviously, a bit of an opportunity to change the setup a little bit of the car. Now, it's not easy to get that perfect, but that's what we're going to go for with Danny Rick. For Mick Schumacher, I think we're going to go that way and hope that that is 100%. Let's get ourselves into qualifying 1.
Okay, should be green.
Now, I don't think there's going to be... Oh, there is going to be rain, so let's get Schumacher out there first. Followed by Ricciardo. And we know there's going to be rain straight away, so we need a quick lap out of the blocks here. And Mick Schumacher's the one leading the way. Now that rain could be coming any time. So coming through that first sector. It's a 33.4, and that's not very fast on the soft tyres. Okay, there's not a lot of track grip there, I suppose, but is that rain going to come? Is it going to save us? Daniel Ricciardo going a lot quicker than his teammate. Mick Schumacher's going to come up to the line. He's setting the first lap time for everybody else to chase. It's a 1:29.9, 28.8 for Daniel Ricciardo. That should be enough, you would think. But we're imagining
You won.
that'll be a lot better than that. That time is going to be a lot. So it's, where does that all shake out? Still no rain just yet. Schumacher's ahead of the two kick Saubers, but oh, the rain's starting now. Is it going to be enough to allow him to get through? I think it is. Just the two Alpines didn't make it. And Mick Schumacher's going to survive by the skin of his teeth. There's no way that anybody is going to improve. So just wait in the pits and get ready for Q2. I mean, people are trying it, but the track's going to be too wet. And Sergeant might... Oh, Sonoda's locked up there. Sergeant might be able to do something. There's a couple of better first sectors, but nah, nothing there. Like Schumacher, more than good enough to get through by the skin of his teeth. So just waiting for the end. Oh, what's up there? Why is that? There we go. I was wondering why it was taking so long. There we go. Right. There's Q2 then. No real shocks actually going out in Q1. Lance Stroll, perhaps they've been in good form recently, but yeah, straight onto the intermediate tyres, and there you go. We have actually managed a decent setup with Daniel Ricciardo, which is a huge success from where we were. I mean, I think that would be even better if I'm honest with you. So we're going to give that a go with Daniel Ricciardo. Shame about Mick Schumacher, we went the wrong way with him. Let's get ourselves into Q2. Let's have a little look at track levels. Yeah, we're going to want to go out at the end of the session.
That should be the green light.
We're not even going to put in a bank of time here. We're just going to wait until that track lights up a little bit later on. We're going to put it all on one lap. Which is risky, of course, because it could come back to bite us. I'm going to send them out with about 3 minutes to go. We're expecting that rain to drop off anytime now, if our forecast is to be believed. And there you go. You want to be last man over the line, really. So we're going to send them out now. The people are coming out. Not many people, though, to be fair. Daniel's got another minute here, but he needs to get on with the lap now. And we are away, off and running. Now, there could be traffic that gets in the way here. That McLaren's looking very problematic. Yeah, I think we're okay. Let's have a look. 36.4 plays to 36.8. So I think Ricciardo got through unscathed. There's a couple of cars potentially going to cause an issue here. They should get nicely out of the way. And they do. And Daniel Ricciardo actually purple in the middle sector. 23.4. Plays a 23.8. Let's see what happens here. It's all going to come down to this lap. Daniel Ricciardo is coming over the line now. And he's through, up into third. Here comes Schumacher. And he's up into fifth. Perfectly played. And that has put out Lewis Hamilton, Norris, Albon, Hülkenberg, Bottas, and Zhou Guanyu. Wow. Oh, that is huge. And that will give us a good chance in qualifying 3 to do something decent here. We're back onto soft tyres. Yep, that's not the strategy to go for. So, yeah, we are going to revert that back to that setup there. Let's check. Yeah, we need to get out there now.
It's green now. Green now.
Yeah. This is going to be about who gets across the line. and sets the lap first. That rain is going to be coming right now. It's just about dry enough for soft tyres at this moment in time. Now then, that rain is going to come almost instantaneously here. It seems that us three are definitely far ahead on the curve here. Yeah, decent 33.2s there. It's not bad. It's a 21.0 middle sector. The rain still hasn't come though. Not yet anyway. There's still time for it to come. It suits us if we finish the lap without any rain. And that's going to be the case for Daniel Ricciardo. He's going to set the benchmark. He's up to the line. It's in the 29s. 29.5. And Mick Schumacher over the line with a 29.6. Russell goes fastest for now.
Okay, you're currently P3.
So Piastri's definitely going to get a good lap in. Ocon is probably going to get a good lap in here.
Copy.
Yeah, Piastri goes fastest. Here comes the rain. So that's going to affect Lawson and Tsunoda only, you would think. Ocon over the line. He goes 5th. Leclerc takes pole. Now then, what about Alonso and Verstappen there? Side by side on track. It's 1st and 4th for them.
Yep, understood.
Lawson and Tsunoda, surely they're going to be too slow. Liam Lawson comes over the line. Oh, he goes above Ricciardo. Just. What about Tsunoda? He comes across the line. And he goes above both of them. Well, that is a missed opportunity. It's going to be 8th and 9th on the grid for tomorrow's race. But, yeah, could have been a little bit better, you feel. But we didn't hook it up.
Now is that Yuki Tsunoda?
Tsunoda has crashed on his in-lap as well. Yeah, there's no point in setting any more times. Not really sure what the AI are looking to achieve here. But 8th and 9th in qualifying. We've got Tsunoda and Lawson ahead, so that's certainly an opportunity for us to try and get past. But Max Verstappen, once again, on pole position.
We're almost ready to go here in Florida as we look forward to 57 laps of F1 racing.
The Miami Grand Prix arrived onto the calendar in 2022 with much fanfare, and F1 history is still very much being written here. Drivers have to take chances around the street circuit and hope those chances turn into victory.
Spectacle is the name of the game here in Miami, with a stadium at the heart of this track. With long straights and S-bends, not unlike Suzuka's Sector 1, proper ERS management is sure to give drivers an edge towards victory. The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
Okay, right, we are ready to rock and roll then in Miami here. And yeah, there's definitely some gains to be found here with the strategy. And yeah, I quite like the look of that strategy, if I'm honest with you. That looks good. For Mick Schumacher, a slightly different strategy here for him. And I guess mainly based around his slightly worse tyre management. But that's what we're going to go for. And we are going to reduce all of the fuel out. And as long as we... Apparently, as long as we bring that back by lap 2... we'll be all good. But, yeah, maybe we try it out with Mick today, but maybe not with Daniel. There's a decent amount of points at stake today. So that's what we're going to go for. Let's get ourselves into it then. This is the Miami Grand Prix.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. Mick Schumacher, a composed figure, approaching this one.
They've done well to secure a P9 start, and they'll be keen to convert that into some points.
And it looks like we're good to go. And this is it, the Miami Grand Prix.
Okay, here we are then, ready for the lights.
And it's
Lights out, so away we
away
go.
we go.
Here in
Let's put pressure.
Miami. And there goes Ricciardo, trying round the outside of Liam Lawson, and he is through, up into 7th place. Already there. As long as he can make that stick, and he does. And we've got Tsunoda right ahead. This should be a reasonably straightforward overtake. And then a case of pushing on. Mick Schumacher's got himself past Liam Lawson as well. He's down 15 kilograms. And his fuel target. That is quite worrying. But we will give it a go. Now, right behind Yuki Tsunoda. Gonna have DRS here. And we are through, and that's a lovely move from Daniel. Nicely done there, and he's gonna have DRS on George Russell as well to try and move up into 5th place here. Or he should have had. It didn't quite work out that way, though, did it? Right, now then, we need to get Mick Schumacher on to conserve. He's battling with Ocon. I don't think Mick Schumacher should really be battling with Ocon. But, well, I suppose we will see. We're going to see whether conserve is a good strategy for Mick. Gonna go into neutral now. Daniel Ricciardo goes down the inside. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Schumacher down to 10th right now. His pace is not looking too strong. So glad we didn't go for that strategy with Ricciardo. Because Schumacher doesn't seem to be infinitely quicker. He was 15 kilograms lighter than most of the rest of the field. Schumacher already down to 13th here. He's still ahead of Liam Lawson, mind you. But not able to stay with those guys. Now, Ricciardo in 5th place at the moment. Russell and Albon are the ones sticking close to him. Need to now just be careful on that soft tyre. Schumacher passed by Zhou Guanyu now. and Liam Lawson, so down to 15th. And Ricciardo, unfortunately, passed by Russell once again there. He's not managed to stay within a second this time. Sonoda's not far behind either, so all of a sudden here come the AI and they are charging on us. Just doing a quick tyre check. We're okay at the moment. There goes Norris. So Norris up to P7. We'd love to try and use Lando Norris.
Okay, there's a big crash.
Right, that's Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg has actually crashed. That's something that might help us out here. Yeah, just went into the wall, just was squeezed out a little bit. Lost a bit of his front wing. Ricciardo currently down in 8th position. And he's not at the same pace as those guys nearer the front. They are going through their tyres a little bit more, granted, but probably not by enough. Zhou Guan Yu starting to close in on Daniel. It's not going to be long before we're down to 11th position here. Hamilton's in the game as well. Yeah, good move again by Ricciardo though. Again, gets a little bit of breathing room between him and Hamilton. We've had another crash there.
Big crash in the main
and
straight.
It's Liam Lawson.
Be careful on start finish. A lot of debris.
Hulkenberg also struggling. I think he's come into the pits to change his front wing. Mick Schumacher currently P12 and, dare I say, quite comfortably in P12, which is good to see. His tyres are looking quite nice at the moment. Hamilton's just overtaken Ricciardo. I think Tsunoda's about to do the same, although Tsunoda's just come into the pits. Right. Now then. This is Ricciardo's chance to shine almost.
Like a couple laps or sooner than that?
Yeah, I think we have to be aggressive now with Ricciardo. Try and bring that gap down a little bit. Yeah, he's ended up a pit stop behind George Russell and Alex Albon, which is not ideal. Those were guys he was fighting at the start of this race. Schumacher doing the same. He's going to be coming in, but next lap.
Mode push, mode push.
So Daniel Ricciardo is going to be coming in this lap.
Daniel pit lane.
So when he comes, now we need a quick one. We need a quick pit stop here. That is for sure. Rolls in. 2.5, that'll do. It's going to come back out ahead of that gaggle of cars, which is rather nice. Now, has Stroll come in? Yeah, Stroll's been into the pits, so Ricciardo's really lost out here. Now he's behind Lance Stroll, so yeah, this has not worked out well, this strategy. Undercut is massive here. That is Sonoda. Oh no, it's not, it's Bottas. So we are a long way behind any sort of points now. It might be.
Oh, that's a slow one.
Yeah, what's happened with Schumacher? Let's have a look. Couldn't get the tyre off. It's not the worst pit stop in the world. Probably lost him a couple of seconds, but it's not too bad. Now then, needs to get past Valtteri Bottas here with the DRS. Does just that. Nicely done there from Daniel Ricciardo. 20 laps into this race. I think some people might have gone 3-stop. We will see. We'll see a couple of hard tyres around. There he goes then. Ricciardo back into 12th position. He's hoping that he can stay a good amount ahead of Lance Stroll. Bottas overtaking Ricciardo was not part of the plan. It's just so difficult round here. No, just can't do it, and we've just yo-yoed Bottas towards Hülkenberg, which is a bit of a disaster because Bottas is now going to get Nico. Well, Schumacher, how's his field doing? It's not great, I'm going to be honest with you. It's just about halved, so he should make it by the end of the race. But not seeing any particular gain, I'm going to be honest. Right. Okay. Yes, that gets us past Nico now. And we're past Bottas. Hopefully we can stay ahead of him. Oh, yes, we've done it. Right, up to 11th now. We've got yellow flags. Yellow flags out there. And it's Verstappen. What's he done?
Now here's our drivers all trying to take turn 16.
Now Verstappen.
Up making contact with the barrier. And that
well, that's going to hurt his front wing, but it's not going to bring out any safety cars. Now Verstappen is trying to win his 5th race in a row here. Or 6th race in a row, I should say. He's won all 5 races of the season so far. He's been in imperious form. And there's not really been a lot anybody has been able to do about him. Desperately trying to find a second on Bottas, and I think it's succeeded there. And now we found that second, we should hopefully be able to pull away, but he's just there. He's not letting go easily. But I think we're good now. Right. See how Mick Schumacher's getting on. Probably could do with a bit of an ARS intervention here.
Mode push.
Yep, it's fine. Meanwhile, starting to close the gap.
No more overtake.
On Tsunoda, but he's just come into the pits. And Ricciardo still is going to be out there till lap 39. So we're just on very different strategies out there, but currently in the points. Now, Tsunoda's on medium tyres. I don't think they're going to make it to the end of the race. So I think Tsunoda's going to make a third stop. There's Albon in. Albon's a very large distance ahead. Ricciardo's done an excellent job on these tyres. Far away from him having to come in now. Tsunoda is catching. Could cause an issue.
Okay.
Right, he's 5 seconds ahead of Tsunoda. Ricciardo past Zhou Guanyu now. Zhou will make it to the end of the race. Right. So he's going to come in next lap. So yeah, this lap it's going to be. We'll give it our absolute all here. Where's he going to come back out? That's a big question for Hulk. So in he comes into the pit lane, needs a good stop. It's decent, 2.3. That's very decent. And he's away. And he's ahead of Bottas, which is one of the main things he needed to achieve. Hopefully push on. Cannot afford to let Bottas pass though. Bottas trying desperately to get through. Can't afford to let him. Use the ERS if you need to. Now, Schumacher in this lap going on to the soft tyres. Currently up in 14th, but it's not fantastic, is it? Well, that is absolutely the opposite of what we needed. Having a battle with Bottas is going to really affect us. Schumacher away in 18th place. This is dreadful for Hulkenberg and his chances of points in today's race. It's just not really happened strategy-wise for us today. That's Bottas, and he's struggling out there. He's going to get back through, though, I think. Is he? Oh, not this time. Come on. He's finally more than a second ahead. Bottas has just made it back up. It's just... Ugh! This is so annoying. Right, Verstappen is about to catch. Let's push a little bit on the fuel. Right, come on, we need to catch Hulkenberg.
Gap ahead 1.6. Keep your calm.
Right, pick your pace up now. Come on. He's still got 5 seconds on Bottas now. Tsunoda's the target, obviously, but only 10 laps to go. Well, Tsunoda is going to make those tyres last, I think. He's doing an unbelievable job. We'll reduce that. Still not within DRS yet, though. 1.6 seconds quicker than Yuki Tsunoda on that last lap. Right. Schumacher in 17th. He's currently going very nicely compared to the guys around him. So look at that interval now. 2.6 behind Sainz. Yeah. Back to Ricciardo now. And this is a chance on Hulkenberg. And he goes down the inside. Beautifully done. Uses a bit of overtake to come out of the corner. He's 2.7 seconds now behind Tsunoda to get that final point of this race. But Nico Hulkenberg is right behind him. Well, that is just dreadful. I think Hulkenberg's going to get back through. Yep, he does. Ricciardo's going to try it again. But this is not helping our battle with Tsunoda. We need to attack now. Somehow got out of the 1 second window to Hulkenberg, but Hulk is still pushing. That's one of the back markers, but now within 1.8 seconds. Hulkenberg's made it through as well. Just need to be really careful on fuel.
Try to save fuel where you can.
Okay.
Let's have a look at tyres. Yeah. Tyres are still better. Oh, red flag! That's going to change everything.
Red flag.
Well, that has given us a 5-lap sprint race then, and it was Valtteri Bottas who lost it, went into the wall, and funnily enough, he's the guy, or his teammate is the guy that we were chasing. Now then. Brand new set of soft tyres. That's what we're going to have to do here. We can do that with both drivers.
Our race here resumes.
And here we go then. This is the sprint to the finish.
And it's lights out.
Lights out, away we go.
Overtake is available if needed.
And let's see what can Daniel do here. Well, Hulkenberg looks like he's going to get him maybe. Everybody on brand new soft tyres. But look at Ricciardo, he's got Tsunoda. Beautiful. Beautiful. That was an awesome move. And now he's got everything at his disposal. To try and make it up the order. Here comes Schumacher. On Stroll. He's got Gasly not far ahead of him as well. Nicely done. That's Gasly. And he's going to go around the outside of Gasly. This could be a decent finish for Mick Schumacher as well. DRS obviously enabled. Chance, he goes down the inside of Lewis Hamilton. And he's through. Wow, what a move that is for Daniel Ricciardo. And he's got DRS now on Zhou Guanyu. Goes down the inside. He's up to 8th. This is brilliant from Daniel Ricciardo. This is what Daniel Ricciardo's all about. Oh, he's been re-overtaken though. Not quite right. Schumacher now has Hulkenberg, Tsunoda and Hamilton in his way of a top 10 finish here. This is fabulous. Right, let's get that interval back on. Ricciardo's ahead of Zhou now and Russell. And he's still pushing. He's pushing so hard out there. Now there goes Mick, he's up into 12th. Right, no more ERS.
Understood.
And it's the final lap of the race. Fernando Alonso leading the way. George Russell got ahead again, so this is going to be a huge chance now for Ricciardo to maybe even get up to 6th here for the second race in a row. Oh, red flag. Red flag.
Red flag.
I think, is it Hamilton? I mean, that's going to end proceedings here. And we get some more points. Well,
after a challenging race,
who knows what happened right at the end there.
Means there's no points to be claimed.
and no doubt Verstappen.
Max Verstappen, he is the luckiest person. Because Alonso was going to have...
They're not flagging. A mighty impressive victory.
Was going to have DRS there. up to the line.
And after a hot and sweaty Miami Grand Prix,
Max Verstappen wins again. He very much lost last year's World Championship. He's certainly making it very difficult to lose this championship.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And with that, our weekend in Miami now draws to a close.
Now the teams will be looking ahead to Imola, where the season progresses with the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Get ready for some fierce competition.
Well, there we go then. I've no idea who it was that crashed in the end. But Daniel Ricciardo finishes 8th. A bit of a shame because I think he would have had George Russell there at the end. But hey, we get 4 points. We would never ever have finished 8th had there not been a red flag. So we took advantage of it at the end there. Mick Schumacher finished 13th in the end, which is a great result for him, considering no idea who it was that crashed that led to the second red flag. But it's another race victory for Max Verstappen, 6 out of 6. And why, he's looking unstoppable, isn't he? 60 points ahead already of his teammate Fernando Alonso. Lando Norris in 3rd there, equal on points with Charles Leclerc. Oscar Piastri is in 5th. Lewis Hamilton currently lagging behind in 6th. With that 8th place, and obviously with the 1 point in the sprint race, Daniel Ricciardo into the top 10 in the World Championship. That is huge for us. And that could be, you know, a bit of a sign of, do we need a second driver in there fighting for points? Because if we can have 2 Daniel Ricciardos, you know, could we really be secure in this 6th place? Could we even be in this battle with Mercedes and Aston Martin? That's the big question. But we're 6th at the moment and doing very, very well. 2 very good races in a row for Daniel Ricciardo. He's also 5th there in the pit stop championship. That moves us above Ferrari into 4th place in that championship. So the strategy is working out okay at the moment. $859,000 made in profit. That is what we like to see. And that is the end of the Miami Grand Prix. We will be back next time with a race in Imola. The Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. We've, of course, got a front wing coming through designed. So we are going to be putting a new front wing on the car. And we are getting towards the point where we might start thinking about next year. We want to get some good points in the bag now so that we don't have to be battling on later in the season. The biggest issue at the moment seems to be Mick Schumacher. What is up with Mick Schumacher? What's he not happy with? I don't know. No idea. Daniel Ricciardo, on the other hand, he's very positive, and that is giving him a real boost of attributes, and that is meaning that he can really push hard and be on the run at the moment. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how everything is going so far. Just do a final check for scouts. We cannot do anything with that button. That is broken until the next patch, I guess. So we're just going to have to go blind into our contract negotiations. There are a few people that are open to negotiations now, and we could be possibly looking at bringing in some good drivers for next season. I mean, one of those is definitely Kimi Antonelli if we can bring him in. Ollie Behrman was somebody else we were thinking about, and you know, I think that would be an upgrade on Schumacher, just because he will develop very, very quickly, and we will turn him into a bit of a world beater if he was here. And it would be nice to have that British driver in the Lotus team. But that's where we're going to be leaving it for today. If you have enjoyed it, give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.